What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Kyrie,
And it's your boy Hemi.
and welcome back to another wonderful episode of What's
What's
the
po-
the
point?
point? I did.
No,
I
you
did.
you was all over the
I
place,
did. I
friend.
did. I did that on purpose. I
That
did
was
that on
you.
purpose. Yeah,
Welcome to
I did that on
What's the
purpose.
Point? Because I
What's
don't
up,
have
y'all?
time for this shit.
What's poppin', people? Yeah, I feel like fucking with you on that one, nigga. I want to see if you
Oh,
would follow
I
me.
don't have time for it. I don't have time
So,
for it.
yo, it's what's up? What's up? What's up? So today we're gonna be just talking. I think everybody has a question or comment or something. Then we're going to just shoot the shit and have a good time. Hemi, do you want to go ahead and introduce our homies so we can get this ball rolling?
I have no problem with that. Welcome to our producer, sound engineer, and all the other shit they do that y'all
Right, all the other things. Right.
y'all see in the credits. Carnage and Shazam. Welcome, guys.
What's good, boy?
What up?
How y'all doing?
I'm doing.
Well, you always doing something.
It's been
Summer,
a
we
week.
all.
I'm sorry. I'm
Nah,
just
look.
you lucky I'm here.
No, you know what? It has kind of been of a week.
Well, you
We'll
got
get
a
into it.
cocktail in hand. We're ready to go.
The mental
Yes.
has been mentaling. That's all I got to say about that.
Ditto.
Yeah, trust me. My dating life has been some absolute shit, but we'll get
Oh,
into
here we
that
go.
as well.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, we don't get into it because I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Fuck you, bitch. Let me tell you something. First
Before
of
Um,
we
all, just
spiral,
because
before we
you is
spiral
dealing with
into his
some
dating life.
fucking soccer boy that goes all over the place and you can't lock him down, don't be talking about my shit.
What?
Kyrie is the what's the point hoe.
That part.
Wait, what? Huh? I mean, how am I the hoe of the group? I mean, that's
Wow. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it out loud, but I just thought it was
when did
obvious.
I get deemed the hoe of the group? Just because I just want to have like a free and fair dating life. I don't understand how I become a
Sure,
hoe.
predator.
Yes, but no, no, because
Sorry, I didn't.
last weekend. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. I didn't do anything last weekend. Um, no, I get that. I'm probably more active than probably I give myself credit for.
No, he's not.
But
But um,
1 minute I'm a hoe,
we're gonna
next minute I'm dried up. What the
we'll
fuck is this shit?
we'll save your dating life for later in this episode because that's gonna be a whole moment.
Being dried up and being a hoe ain't
Oh,
got shit to do with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like 1 minute I'm sitting here, I'm a hoe. When I start talking about it, oh, we're gonna save that for later. Bitch, the fuck?
I'm
And
dead
then
and
say no,
dried
you
up.
yeah, the dried up part, right? Okay, I missed that part, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm all over the place.
okay. Well,
So
we could talk about your dating life first. What
I'd rather
you?
not. I'd rather
No,
talk about
no,
you
no.
first.
Go ahead.
Nope,
You go
nope,
with the first
nope.
question. Let's
I'm
go.
not.
No.
I changed my mind. I
Did you
changed
Keisha
my
Cole?
mind. Yes, I did. You should have cheated, goddamn it. Now go with your question. Now fuck that shit. Give me something. I'm no. Since you want to be all that, we're gonna go with you
No,
first.
we're going with you first. Come on.
Nope. Nope. I will sit here and say the alphabet before I say my shit. Now go on, bitch. Now go.
You don't know the alphabet.
What the fuck? Neither do you. Say it backwards. Now.
You say it backwards.
ZYXWTUP. That's wrong already.
No,
But
he
I
said.
tried. But I tried.
Wait, wait, WT, like
Thank you for the sound effects.
And now I'm thinking about it, so fuck you.
He said TUP.
Wait a minute.
None of those are in
oh,
order.
you not spelling what's the point? Like,
Right.
W V
And he thinking about it.
U.
Sweetie, stop. It's okay. Just
Cause
stop.
now, cause now the ADHD brain in me is like, wait, what is it? I have to know now. Like, okay. First of all, that's not funny.
quick, chat GPT.
Right.
They can say what the fuck you want. That shit, motherfucker, is
So ask your question. Go ahead.
a tool that helps. I don't give a fuck.
So
All
go
right,
ahead.
nope, you first. Nope,
No, I said you
I'm not. I'm
first.
telling you right now.
I beat you
I'm
to
gonna
it.
go. Nope.
Go.
Why I gotta go first? No, you
Let's
didn't.
talk
No,
about
you didn't.
because you introduced the show. So go ahead. Let's do your question.
Yeah, but as you always like to say, you're
Do
prettier.
your
Go ahead.
question.
Actually, I'm saying no at this point just to see the more reactions I get out of you. This is fun. And now everybody stops reacting because you all want to be bitches. That's fine. This will be the quietest episode we ever fucking
I'm,
had. And
I'm
I'm talking
just
to,
stopping
and I'm
to
talking to,
meditate to maintain the life I still have because
I'm
y'all are
talking
wasting it
to
right
shit.
now.
No, you dark skinned camouflaged shadow. You always got something to fucking say every time, and now you want to sit here and not have nothing to fucking say. Whatever. You know
That
what?
felt like a very racist comment.
I know,
It is a
right?
very racist comment to the shadow in the
Very
corner.
colorist.
You know who does?
Right.
You know who always knows? The shadow knows. That's who the fuck you, dark bitch.
Well,
I
obviously
ain't
you
worried
don't
about shit.
because how's the alphabet go?
Doesn't matter. Do you? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you
Can
do
you
it?
just
Okay,
ask your question?
so I'm gonna
I
ask
don't really have a
mine.
question.
Go. Okay, thank you, Carnage. Cause
Uh,
who?
what's your
Sweet baby Jesus.
what's
Fuck you on your
everybody?
edges, bitch. How about that?
God damn it! I'm talking now.
It's like breaking up two children. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
What is everybody's guilty pleasure? Do, do,
Right.
do,
Everybody got quiet as shit on that one. Like,
Can y'all
yes,
tell that these are impromptu questions that we did not discuss before the show because
exactly.
everybody has to think about it.
Your guilty. What is your guilty pleasure?
do. Yeah.
Okay, so is it just overall like this be like
What
TV or like
whatever
food or like
whatever it is. Okay, so my one of my guilty pleasures is I like golf.
but
When?
why is that a guilty
I don't
pleasure?
understand why you would be
Have you
guilty
ever
about that.
played golf? I've never.
Yes, I
When?
have.
When was the last time you played golf?
Oh,
When he can use his arm?
many,
Right.
many,
I'm like, I haven't never seen you play.
I
I've
mean,
never heard you say like I'm going to the range to shoot 19.
I
Right.
was,
Catch from the back nine and shit. The fuck? I never heard that. You know, so I've never heard Eric say I'm driving through the lanes. You know, four. I never heard that shit, but okay. You know,
I'm going to go relax on the golf course.
right.
I've
You know what
never
I'm saying?
heard any
I've
of these
never heard
things.
Eric say he's playing through anywhere. So okay. You
But
know,
Leave my
okay.
let
baby
us
alone.
let us know. Let us know, friend. Go ahead.
so I was in college and fun fact well not fun fact. Fact of the matter is I had an uncle uh, who was into golf. And when I was growing up, I hated golf because he tried to get me to play all the time. So I hated golf because only because he tried to get me to play. So fast forward to when I was a freshman in college or whatever. Um, we had a we so like maybe 3 or 4 of my homeboys went to the same college or whatever. So we went up there with a clique. You know what I'm saying? And we had this Chaldean dude that we met up there. So we was smoking or whatever. And um the Chaldean dude was like, we was high as shit. And um he was like, let's go to the golf course. Full range golf course, not putt putt, not anything. Full range golf course. We rented cars and we rented the golf trucks and everything.
Golf
So
cart.
yeah, golf carts. Excuse
What
me.
man, a golf SUV or something? The fuck? I was what the-
Uh,
Hey, I'm from the D.
right.
right, like everything with Detroit is a big car or something like that. He said we got the golf cars. What? No, I mean the golf trucks. Nigga, that's not even that's not it either.
Uh,
The Motor City, honey.
right.
Yes, yes.
So we at first I was like, I'm about to go play no golf or whatever. and through talking or whatever, I was like, "Uh, okay, at least." Because I said, "Can we smoke on the golf course?" And
Jesus Christ.
he was like, "Yeah." I was like,
Priorities.
"Oh, if nothing, I could have fun smoking and driving." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but when we went, I rented the golf club. I rented the golf clubs and everything. And when he showed me how to do it or whatever, and he showed me the uh the the he showed me the God damn it.
The lanes and how to end it, how to like
He showed
swing
me
and shit.
Have you lost your thought, friend?
he showed no, it's one word that I can't think of. He showed
The
me
inner workings.
the inner workings of golf or whatever, and I liked it
Techniques.
or whatever. And I was like through playing, through smoking, through driving or whatever, that became one of my favorite things. And all throughout college or whatever, I went to play golf like maybe 20 or 30 times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So why didn't you keep playing golf after that?
Because golf costs money.
Yeah, it does. It's expensive. It does.
So do
Yeah.
you watch golf on TV?
Yeah, I no. Well, sometimes I watch golf. I play golf. I play golf on the on the PlayStation. So that's how I continue my thing. Continue my want for the need for golf. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
I've seen him play it when we had a Wii before, and he played it on Wii Sports. He would play golf.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember that. And he'd be the only person that would play. Like everybody would play bowling, everybody would play frisbee. He put that golf game on in the room with clear. It'd be just air conditioning. And
Okay,
the only reason my ass would be sitting there watching him play because I'd be one rolling the blunts. That'd be the only fucking reason.
I think I can add some perspective to it because I'm from a golf family.
Of course you are.
What my auntie was almost a champion, but
Look at Richard.
Come
that's
on,
right.
Look,
Auntie. Come
But
on.
look, you know, Cole has a relatable something for everything. You could say you were a horse wrangler in 1952, and Cole will sit there and say, "I have folks that lived in Utah that wrangled horses. Let me tell you some good shit. You know what? And they were the best. They were award winning horse wranglers. Every horse wrangled, every horse in the barn, in the stable. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's Shazam speak. You can sit here and say that I was a culinary chef in Paris, and you know what Cole will say? Actually taught. I actually taught them how to do it. That creme brulee you made, that was mine. I did that. I invented it. That's and I understand it's an ADHD thing. Like you do it to relate to people. I understand. Like I do it too. But when he does it, I call him because it's funny as hell. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't care what the fuck it is. You could have been a model. You could have been a model for Calvin Klein. Guess what? He knew Calvin Klein and designed those drawers.
well,
I'm
my
telling you what
bad
I
for
know.
you not having lived life. But anyway,
No,
as I
my
was
bad for you.
saying.
My bad for you rewriting your whole life. What the fuck, nigga? I swear to God.
Anyway, I was gonna
He's
Well,
both
say.
Dol- he's
well.
both Dolce and Gabbana. Okay, let's get it together. He's both
Now you
Dolce
let him
and
talk
Gabbana.
about his auntie.
No, I was just gonna. I was gonna try and put forth why he probably relates to golf so well because it's kind of like a social sport. So a lot of and he's really competitive. So
All,
it's one of
all,
those sports like in between shots you get to
all
talk
sports are
shit.
social. I don't get all sports are
No, not
social.
all sports
Let
are
him
social.
finish. Shut your trap and let
So,
Cole
so
finish.
in between
I
shots,
mean,
you get to talk and
Shazam.
everything. You walk to your different hole that you got to shoot to, and on top of that, you get to talk shit on as well. It's kind of a social sport, and then in between that, you get to smoke, you get to drink. I can see why he would take to
And
loving golf.
we was doing all of that.
Nigga, you was doing
It
all
was
that
the
playing
coolest
flag
thing.
football.
It was the coolest thing to hear my aunt talk shit with her golf buddies. I never saw that aspect of it, but it was very much a dude kind of thing, and so I could really see why he would get behind it and love it.
Oh, support your baby. That's wonderful. Anywho, um, There are a lot of social aspects to most sports. You do the same thing in most sports. When Eric played flag football, it was the exact same shit. Between
Mhm.
plays, this nigga was talking shit. Hell, this nigga was talking so much goddamn shit on and off the field. I remember one day, this nigga got on the field and some tiny white dude got on the ball and on a quick draw went up and hit Eric in his fucking nose. That nigga saw red and everybody we had to pull him off the fucking field. He was about to kick that motherfucker's ass. That nigga ran. He came to Eric like, "I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I did not mean to do it." He
And that's
tried to hug.
social.
Remember, we were all at the Gay Bowl in Colorado. That shit was fucking fun. And we do like I was all that shit, rolling the blunts, having drinks, talking during the plays, like on the sidelines. I dig flag football a lot more. That would be more my thing. Like I would love to give. I actually wanted to play, and I probably still would play. Like that was fun.
So we've rolled off of golf to flag football, sweetie. Let's roll in essence of time.
What time?
What's your guilty pleasure?
What do you have to do that you need to, in the
What's
essence of
your
time?
guilty pleasure, girl?
I'm not answering no questions today because you being you. I don't want to be me. I'm kidding. I'm just being a bad. I'm being an asshole.
We
I'm still
know.
thinking about it. Cole, give me your guilty pleasure.
The
How
spotlight is on you,
how
kitty.
did it get on me anyway?
Because you like the spotlight anyway.
I also adore silence. Anyway,
Yet you don't choose it.
I wish you would. Only thing I can think of off the top of my head, and because I guess back in the day I used to be way more butcher than this, but I've lightened up in my days. But
Really?
my guilty pleasure was probably rom coms. I love romantic comedies and I guess slow jams. So
Slow jams are not a guilty pleasure. You nigga, you beat us to death with slow jams.
I mean, I don't, I'm
We
not supposed.
nigga, no,
I'm not supposed to be
no,
doing that
no.
in the greater public because I'm supposed to be listening to rap and everything, and throwing up
That's
the
not true.
songs.
We go to any party that we go to, and if they ask you to choose the music, it is slow sex jams the entire fucking time.
But do
And then
you?
after about 2 hours of sex jams playing, somebody will say, "Who the fuck put on orgy music? What the fuck is this shit?"
But wait. I want to say, like, Cole stole my answer. Like,
Uh,
well,
rom-com.
mine is rom coms. Like, I live for How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, or those types of. This is like,
Which
those
one
are
is your
my favorite.
favorite?
But again, how is that a guilty
Um,
pleasure? That fits your personality.
it's a guilty pleasure because a lot of people who just see me would not. You know
Right,
that because you know me.
Yeah.
but that's not the norm that's
But a
expected of
lot of
us.
people who see this big 6'3" guy walking down the street are not thinking that I'm gonna say, "Let's watch a Sandra Bullock movie."
Yeah. Right, and me on a good day, people be trying to cross the streets away from me. So
Right, right. It's that part, call. So I'm like, it is a guilty pleasure. And then I am
No,
also
Cole, you look like a thug, so it's okay.
the person who is get in the car and we could be going to the club and I'm listening to some of the most depressing music in the world and my friends are like,
yes,
I
this is
can't
what you
turn
feel
up to
good music.
unbreak my heart. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but this is this
Seriously.
we go.
Seriously. Oh my god.
Doing all the Tony Braxton inflections and everything.
Right.
And he does. Hey, young, he fucking does. I have rode with this nigga on a road trip before. Dog. When the playlist, it was all high and we was good with bumping. It shifted into the just like you, it shifted into all his R&B
Don't you
shit.
get me started on the
Bitch,
shit
he
you wanted to
belted.
hear.
He belted out every
Don't
fucking
you get me
song, bitch.
started on the shit you wanted to hear. Patti LaBelle, New Attitude, and
Yes,
Oh
girl,
sang
wow.
and
your heart out.
I
You
did.
sang your
And I
heart out. I was like,
Um,
really?
yes, I did. Yes, the fuck.
Is this the
Ky-
song you want to
Ky-
hear?
Kyrie, Kyrie's playlist is gay.
Every super
As
like
Very,
fuck. Oh my
I was
god.
very,
like, new
very,
attitude. I love
honey,
me some Patti
very.
LaBelle, but is this your favorite song from her?
Like
No,
his
girl.
audio
I
glows
was
in
the
Technicolor.
see, baby. My shit was like divas and like musicals. My shit. That's what my playlist.
Yes,
When we
that's your
switched to my
guilty
playlist,
pleasure. Queer musicals.
Yeah, I would say mine is probably musicals because I fucking. Okay, I could. So technically, I think I would say I have two.
No, that's not your guilty pleasure.
Oh,
If I
It,
had to, okay, no, no, no. If I had to really choose a guilty pleasure, honestly, it would be sports because I really do like sports, and that's not something people expect of me because of how gay I really pretty much am. But I grew up in a
sports.
I grew up in a football house, so I actually do like football a lot. Love the Super
When was the
Bowl.
last
That's
time
not
you
a
watched
guilty pleasure.
football?
I watch the Super Bowl.
But that's it, right?
Well, yes, but the only reason why is
No, that's
because
you're not keeping up with football. You're just
I like
all the
watching the.
gays watch the Super Bowl because of the halftime show. So,
Well, I will. One thing about it is on TV, it's not as much as captivating as it is live. Like when Eric played flag football, I went to every practice, I went to every game because I enjoyed
but
it, not
did you
just
just
because
go
I
because
could
it was
win.
Eric and you were
No,
his man?
no, I enjoyed it to the point that they wanted me to be on the team.
But
no,
did you play?
no. I gave him some stuff to do, so he was going for that, and because he loved to go. So I get what he's saying, but I'm just letting him dig his own grave.
Well, wasn't that like 15 years ago?
So you've been here how long,
This
Earl?
year makes 7 years.
So it was like eight,
It was
eight,
before you had your stroke.
yeah, yeah.
Right, but what's your guilty pleasure now,
Wouldn't
sweetie?
his guilty pleasure be more tokusatsu?
You know what? I can say that
Um,
because I can say,
um,
Eric, what would you say?
um,
No, this is not for Eric to choose. It's for you to
no,
choose.
no. So I'm about to say, if I if I looked at Kyrie or whatever, I could say, uh, yeah, he like uh what's the name? Taka
Oh
to-
God, to- Tokusatsu.
Tokusatsu.
Yeah, Tokusatsu.
Tokusatsu.
There
Okay,
you go.
yeah, yeah.
That
I,
Satsu probably messed you all the way up.
yeah, but I would say when I looked at him, I could say, I think he liked that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, I don't know if I would call it my guilty pleasure. I mean,
You don't feel guilty about it, but
right? That's what I'm saying.
considering
Like,
the
it's something
greater,
that.
I guess, social
But the
atmosphere
thing,
things, which
what really equates to a guilty pleasure? A guilty pleasure is something you feel bad about liking, and
I think we're all unabashed about the stuff we like. But
exactly.
I'm just thinking,
So,
I'm thinking in the way of
Culturally.
yeah, I'm thinking in the way of what people would consider okay to be into as far as the greater um, society.
I honestly don't know to be at this point because I can't say drag. I can't say anime because
That
there are
would
a lot
be a
of
guilty
there are a lot
pleasure
of
too, to
black
be
men.
honest.
I think drag could be your guilty pleasure
So
because people wouldn't expect you. Well,
wait,
we do because we know you, but a random person on the street would not expect you to be in a gay lesbian wig at the bar.
wait.
Oh fuck you! You want to keep bringing that wig up? Fuck you, bitch. I don't even have that wig anymore.
I'm
Thank
glad.
God.
Right. I'm glad.
So I looked up guilty pleasure, and
He
guilty pleasure.
king of Google today.
Yeah, I see because nobody else gonna do it. So yeah.
Come on, research.
Hey, look at this point, Shazam might as well put the definition across the screen when Carnage reads it.
Right, because you know how I'm reading, so
Exactly.
bear with me. A guilty pleasure is something of such an an activity or a piece of media or
You need to put your mouth to the microphone because we
oh
can't
oh
hear a word you say.
uh,
Yeah.
a guilty pleasure is something such as a activity or a piece.
Cole, you so stupid.
Oh shit!
The shade, the quick shade, honey. He said, "Let me get these words up here real quick, cause my baby was like, it's gonna be 10 minutes. My baby's gonna be reading this goddamn one definition. Let me get these words up here real quick for y'all asses. Here,
Let
something
me.
such
I will
as
read
a
it. Oh, you
movie or
got it.
television
Okay.
Wait,
program,
wait,
or
wait. Fun, not fun fact. Before the stroke, I could read. Damn it!
you can still read, but nigga, you just read a lot slower.
I know.
Uh,
Yeah, but
Him, you want to go ahead and read it?
yeah.
Something such as a movie, television program, or piece of music that one enjoys despite feeling that is not generally held in high regard. So that's why we're saying, like, Nugget, what you said, I mean, Kyrie, what you said was not, didn't feel like a guilty pleasure. Or maybe
I
it
say
is because maybe the gays don't enjoy football and you're saying that you do.
no. Thinking of it that
That's a
way,
good point.
I would say country music would be my guilty pleasure if I wanted to put it that way.
I wouldn't say that's a guilty pleasure either.
No, country music is my guilty pleasure. One of my guilty
I guess
pleasures.
for the,
Yeah, because I
I'm not sure about right now, but I guess for the black community at one point, country
Right, I
music
was
was
gonna
like,
say, yeah, for the
but
Negro community, I think feel like that
because
could
I've
be a
been in the
guilty
country all my
pleasure.
life, but yeah,
same,
it was
same
never
here.
But
an
you're a
example like
special
discussed earlier.
enigma, Shazam. So
Right. You were around when country music
we
was
know
actually
you
like in
love Dolly
concept. So
Parton. We know you love Dolly Parton.
Actually, my come
yes.
up was the Mandrill sisters, but yeah, Dolly as well.
See, there you go.
I
You was
know,
on the
but we've discussed your love for Dolly on other
right.
episodes. That's why I'm saying we know that you love
We know you
Dolly.
helped build Dollywood. It's okay. You
Oh,
laid
in
the first.
Oklahoma, I used to live in Oklahoma,
You laid the first brick in Dollywood. We know that, girl.
Oh,
and I got a brick left to put across your head. Anyway,
Oh,
See, look at you. hmm
all right. Let's move on to the
Stonewall in
next.
your forehead.
Let's move on to the
Speaking
next
of
question.
Stonewall, your face. Anyway,
We're
Let's
not
move
talking
on
about
to
faces,
the
are we?
next question.
because
Medusa.
yours is wrecked.
Reel it in, people. Reel it
Really? You must have
so
been looking at my mirror.
in.
Anyway,
You
Wait,
look at
stop.
your own mirror. You beat
you
up bitch.
you
your
you,
reflection.
you just
Yo, mama.
witnessed argument between both the people. Got to get the last word.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I love Shazam.
And a
I
bitch
love
Sweet,
got a bitch,
Shazam.
so anyway.
sweetie, sweet
Right. Yeah.
peas, sweet peas. Reel it in.
Being a
We're
bitch
do-
is all I have to
Reel
hold
it
on
in.
to.
We're doing a podcast. Reel it in.
And
We're
away
gonna
from your looks and all.
moving on to the next
Away from your
question.
face, you big black.
Stop
You
it.
know what?
Oh my god!
Mm,
Stop it.
don't be jealous.
Looking like a burnt coffee bean. Shut up. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm saying
Rather
I'm
than a
done.
raw turd.
Your mama.
You.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. The battle of the last words is over. I'm done. I'm sorry. I win. The way Hibby is breathing right now, I'm so loving this because he's trying to contain himself, which means during the after show, he is going to
I
explode.
don't want the people to see what I'm capable of.
I do. Look, it's like big red button. Himmy. Push, 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 push.
I don't want the people to see what I'm
It just
capable
says Hemi's nerves, and it's a big red button, and I just push it for like all the time. Just push, press, bang on it.
of. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask my question. In essence of moving forward,
Always,
if you could have a superpower, any superpower, what would it be?
and not all of them. Carnage,
You only get to pick one. You
right?
only get to
What?
pick one.
Because you do it
Uh,
every
Because
time.
that's my question. I
uh,
said if you have
wait. You didn't see my smile when I know what he was. When I know the question he was going to ask. Uh,
that's my question. Who wants to go first?
okay. So I'll go first. My uh my uh my superpower would be to shapeshift.
And why?
into any motherfucker that could uh, that could do uh, a lot of shit or any shit.
Look, loopholes.
Yep. That you can't uh you can't get mad at me because I found a loophole.
Fucking
So
tourists gotta have every fucking thing. Damn.
Pisses me off so much. You cannot ask a Taurus man what would you want to have because they just say everything.
I'm not mad at your response. I'm here for a shapeshifter.
yep. Because it's a superpower, you know what I'm saying?
It is. What's the I can't think of her name. What's the shapeshifter on X-Men?
Mystique.
Uh Mystique.
Mystique. Yes, I can
Yeah.
think of her name. Okay. I'm here for a shapeshifter. Go ahead for it. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna call you Miss Darkholme from now on. See if you like that shit.
What?
I'm gonna call you Miss Darkholme from now on.
Miss Darkholme?
I don't know who that is.
Mystique's
That's Mystique's real name.
Raven
Oh.
Darkholme
Raven
is
Darkholm.
Mystique's act.
All of us
Yeah.
aren't nerds, so please explain.
Ah,
No,
No,
that's
no,
more of a geek, not a nerd.
that's
no,
common knowledge.
no,
It's
no,
not for
no,
me. I call her Mystique.
no, no. Your nerdism went beyond my nerdism. That's it.
Right.
More of being a geek. I wish we stop conflating geek and nerds as the same thing. It's not the same thing.
They're not.
Okay,
I am more. I
so,
am more of a geek.
okay.
Well,
So you,
thank you for clarifying the difference
your
between a nerd and a geek.
your geek,
Nerds are more scholastic. That's a difference.
Oh
your
yeah, then you would be a geek.
yeah.
Why did that come out shady?
And I will accept it because, bitch, I barely graduated high school, bitch. So I'm good. Hemi is the right biggest bitch in this group, and that's fine. It's okay. I will accept that. That's okay.
Sometimes being a bitch is all a woman has to hold on to, honey.
And that's the only thing you ever have to hold on
So
to.
now, what's your question, geek? I mean, what's your answer?
Mm-hmm. Weather control, baby. Storm all day. But I don't want to be storm. But mine would be, I wouldn't say weather control. No, I would say elemental control. Like I've always, like, if I ever wanted an ability, it would be something like the Avatar to be able to control the four elements in their raw form.
And why is that?
Because I've always loved just learning about the four elements and the different things, and then also through learning about magic, watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, any anime that deals with elemental magic, like it's like one of my favorite things to get into. I know so much about the different properties, the different elements, and personality wise, what they represent, and all that shit. So if I were to have, you know what, I want to rework that because I love magic. So if I had a superpower, it would to be like it would be to have magic, and through magic, I would control the elements. Like, because whenever I look at like comics and stuff, like low key, I'm always drawn to characters like Doctor Strange or Zatanna or Doctor Fate. You know, the magical characters or Constantine. Like the magical characters are the ones that kind of get me the most.
Constantine.
Tine, teen, tane, what the fuck ever. Um, yeah, magical characters are the ones that get my attention the most. You know what I'm saying? So if I were to have a power, it would be to have magic.
Shazam.
I don't even know. Um, I don't know. I guess it's between. I guess I can't say between. Maybe light. Full control of light.
As dark as you are, that
What would
makes
you do
sense.
with light? Like, what does that mean?
I can make myself invisible. I can make
But you
colorful
already do with all the
displays. I
Wait,
can
black
let
shoot.
him
people.
finish. Let him
I can make
finish.
colorful displays. I can shoot lasers. I can make constructs. I can make holograms. I can be creative with light.
All
And
those things are controlled by light.
yeah,
Basically, Basically, he'd be
I mean,
Dazzler.
I don't know. So
No,
I'm very
basically he'd
confused.
be Dazzler, like from the X-Men. Like Dazzler, in a sense, does what he's describing. She's X-Men who takes sound and turns it into light projections, like what he described. So essentially, he would be Dazzler without turning sound into light. He would just control light itself and be able to project light on different spectrums and do all those types of things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like Dazzler, low key is fucking awesome.
be my own little show. Mm. Or
You
no
kind of
show.
already are. Um,
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I think.
ah,
Well, I think for me, I thought about this a little bit, and at first I didn't know if I wanted it, but I think that I would want the ability to read minds, so I could know what people were really thinking. I think it would be a curse, and a blessing.
Yeah.
But I really would want to
Because,
know what
yeah,
people were thinking.
because
Like,
you can't turn that you can't turn it off.
I know you can't turn it
I
off,
was going to say
but
that. Like, what if you
I would.
had that, but you just couldn't turn it off, and you heard everybody's thoughts?
Right. Because just
All,
assuming that you know what
I
they're
feel
thinking
like
is bad.
I've seen shows where people learn how to control it, where you can turn it on, where you can have it on and off. But I would want to know what you really thought, what you were really thinking, and that would be me. I
Is
would
that
want.
always best though? Because
It's not always best,
frame
but
of thought changes.
it does. But I feel like the truth shall set you free.
but here's the thing: you also think about when it comes to being able to read somebody's mind. People, and I can say, like, for example, with mine, I have ADHD. I have thousands of thoughts going through my mind at a time. So you would have to
I
really be
know. I would be
looking.
like, this bitch is crazy.
Okay, side note. But if you're trying to find something in particular, you would then have to wave through all of that
Right.
to be able to try to get to anything important that you'd be trying to listen for.
And personal
You know what
truth
I'm
is ever
saying?
evolving.
I know, but I still it's something for me
Hey,
that
Carnage,
I would want.
Carnage, why don't you
But it's an
go ahead and
ability.
choke?
It's an ability that I feel like I would be able to weigh in and focus. I would be able to focus in on something because I've seen the things where you're in a group of people, they're hearing everything and it's driving them crazy. But I also have seen people with those powers that are able to weigh in on one specific person
But
and zone out.
that's
But
probably after years of learning
but
how to
sweetie,
control yourself.
I'm years later. Moving on. I'm telling you
Why
this
you gotta see
because this is my ability, and you're not going to tell me that what's going to happen to me is going to
Meredith,
be overwhelming.
Meredith,
I'm telling you that I'm already
Meredith,
past the overwhelming part, and I'm focused in on where I have the ability to
Meredith,
focus in on one person. Even you, cuckoo bird.
Meredith. Oh my god, what is happening, Meredith? Oh my god.
Wanda, you getting on my nerves, girl.
Well, that's the job. Anyway, so
Oh, wait,
Carnage is
wait,
about to
wait,
fall
wait,
off.
wait. I was just picturing somebody that could read and somebody that could read minds, trying to read Earth mind. And the
You wouldn't get anywhere.
I just said that.
uh, he would be driving he would be crazy trying to read his mind. Oh my
I
god.
just said that I would
They
say.
would have an aneurysm.
I would be
You
like,
walk in this
oh, this one
wonderland, honey.
crazy. This one is crazy.
5 minutes up here, honey. You need therapy yourself. Trust and believe. I'm
I
about to
know.
tell you.
That's why I said I would be I would make my sure my powers were at the point where I could wade through the bullshit and I know I have the ability to focus when I get my power. Like I'm not gonna be at the beginning where it's like, oh, I can hear all three of your thoughts and all three of you are driving me insane. No,
Just
I
three?
would be at the point where I mean, like it's just the three of us in the room right now, so I'm focusing on you three, but I would already be at the point where I can focus on what it is that I need to hear. Like I wouldn't be at the this is
So let
brand
me ask
new
you
and
this.
I don't know how to control it and I'm
So
not
let
at
me
that
ask you this
point.
then. If you were sitting in a room with the three of us and you were focused in on each one of us at an individual time, what do you think Eric would be thinking? What do you think Shazam would be thinking, and what do you think I would be thinking?
Do you really want me to answer?
I, and start with Carnage, baby, because I want to know. Because I think I have Carnage is gonna be weed and sex all day long. Just
I know I would be
blunt fuck, blunt
listen.
fuck,
So
blunt fuck, blunt fuck,
Carnage,
blunt
Carnage would be like, when am I smoking my next blunt?
fuck.
Where's the Kool-Aid and the vodka? Let me take the dog outside. That was
But
um.
but that's not what I was thinking right now.
Oh, Irv is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I can read minds already.
I was like, why did you ask them that? Like,
Why not?
it was content, so carry on.
Right.
Honey,
Right.
it's all content, honey.
Shazam would be saying, all three of them are getting on my nerves.
No, not at the moment. Maybe before the show.
And
Wait,
Nugget would have like 18 thoughts in his head. Like, what am I going to talk about? Just, he would be all over the place. And I would tune him out first. I love my friend, but he would be the first person's thoughts that I would tune out. Like, nope, I can't focus right now.
Honey.
Oh,
Nope, nope, nope.
Nugget would be like, am I gonna do a coloring book, a fantasy book? Am I
Which
making a flyer?
I am slowly mastering all of these skills, by the way.
Yes.
So, as yes, but I am slowly but surely mastering how to make all of these things, and I am enjoying the process.
Yes, you are, friend.
Yes. Um.
So we can move
uh,
on to the next question.
yeah, it's mine.
Oh, shit. No, let Shazam go first because yours is gonna take a
I
while.
do
don't even have a question.
Oh, you know, if Shazam don't have a question, let's move back to Kyrie.
do you have a question?
I do finally.
Yeah,
Oh,
he has and it's gonna take a while because I'm
Oh,
gonna have
now I do have a question.
oh
I have to ask his mom though.
uh,
She'll slap you. Shut up. Pam has a bat. She will hit you. Anyway, you want to go first or what? Oh no, we're being quiet. Oh, that's amazing.
you can go.
Shazam.
Okay.
Did you wanna go or
I don't really have a question. I'm just
oh?
enjoying the exchanges. Yeah.
Kyrie, go ahead
So,
with your relationship question.
well, no, I think I'm gonna take it in a different direction. I'm gonna focus on us.
I thought you were going to.
Yeah, Kyrie's crash out corner. I kind of
Mm,
wanted to do that. I kind of want to do that, but maybe I don't know. Men are stupid anyway, so I kind of want to
Just
just
do it
why?
because
I mean, it's not necessarily.
we like the windows into your lives.
Right.
Mm,
You were
well,
gung ho about this question, so ask it.
the
Or
question would
relaying
be
the situation.
more.
I'm not sure if it was a question.
No, I guess maybe the question it could be formed into a question as to why is it so hard to meet men? That could be the question. Why is it so hard to meet men? And when I say meet men, I mean like actually form a conversation and get past the initial "I like you" stage, the texting stage, if you will. Um,
I think
it's
that's
hard.
subjective.
It can be, but it's hard to transition to reality a lot of times because a lot of motherfuckers hide shit and don't always they're not always as forthcoming as you would want a person to be so that you can actually get to know somebody for who they are. You know what I mean?
What
Now,
I'm very like. What's the question?
I'm saying why is it so difficult to meet men? Uh I don't know. I'm trying to form into a question. I really just want to have a rant. Y'all want a fucking question? It's not a question. I
I
really just
think it's
want to
better
rant
to rant
about stuff.
because that's
But it's
Okay.
not a
Uh,
question. I'm
I,
So
annoyed
yeah,
with it.
I
And
can,
you
I,
wanted to be a question, but it's
I mean, what
not necessarily
followed
a
your
question.
question made no sense with your question.
yeah, yeah.
So
But it
So
is a question because I mean, it's like what I'm saying is why is it difficult? Like why are men just fucking difficult? I guess, and that's more of a rant type question.
wait. Okay, rewind. Okay, so I
here
think
it is.
I think
Now
we need to
I'm
I think we
losing
need to
my mind.
understand.
Let me talk. I'm
I think
losing my mind
we need to
listening to this.
understand what you're dealing with for us to even possibly answer that question because it's
Right.
too vague and too subjective. So
um, if if if
What
y'all
is making you ask this question? Give us
Okay,
some
so here's
if
the thing. Let me give you the context.
God damn it, if y'all let me talk, I can tell you the question he said. He said the question in his first sentence, and he should have stopped. Everything else was a rant. Why is it so hard to meet men? Here, question mark. Stop. Don't say nothing else.
and my point is that you can't really honestly answer that question because not everyone has that issue. It's
That's
too
what I was
subjective.
thinking.
And so
That's
we need to understand what is making this question for him. Like what actually is the situation that's gone down to where he's feeling this way.
right. We need your
So
background.
I, in the course of the last month, month and a half, I have experienced a lot of things dating wise that have opened my eyes to not only how men are, but how I as a man act. So I met a guy that I told you guys about, and within a month, I moved too fast, and
Ooh.
my anxieties went from 0 to like 60 about this person.
No, like 100.
And okay, we can go there. And you know, I realized at the end of the day, it was just because the person was attractive and said all the right things. Because we fast forward, and this person has ignored me from last Friday till now. And it wasn't like the conversations were negative or bad or anything. They really weren't. They were just great conversations. So I don't know what happened with this person for them to just stop talking. Maybe they are not talking because they're out of town on business, as they said. Maybe they're not talking because the individual they live with is with them. I don't know. But the fact that they're not honest about their relationship with the person, they said that person's more like a roommate, but their actions make it seem like that person is still very much in relationship with them. So then we fast forward now. There's a gentleman that I've known only a week, and I actually held on to this for the show. This person has pulled a me on me. I only known him for about a week, and
Who
he's already
Tamar
talking about.
Wait,
Braxton just got
wait,
a song
wait,
about that. I just pulled a
We
you
listened
on
to it. We
you.
wait,
listened to it. Yes.
wait. What, you held on to something for the show?
I love y'all. Y'all told me y'all want me to save good content. I figured this would be good content. So
Okay, go ahead.
I've only known this guy for a week, and when I met him on his profile, it did say he moved fast, but I did not think he moved as fast as he's moving. The man is damn near in love with me, talking about he wants to get married. Now he wants to be married anyway, but that's because
Wait,
he was in
what's
a.
his age?
He's
Wait,
49.
wait. What's his name?
No,
No, don't give his name.
No,
Don't give his
No,
name. That's the
no,
shadiest
no,
shit ever,
no,
Eric. I
no,
mean,
no, no. I went into friend mode. I forgot we was recording.
right, we on a
Don't,
podcast.
don't give us his name when we recording, but give me
Eric, like,
the
I'm about to
name.
look him up and see if I know him. This the wrong place for that.
right. At least hit me wait till the after show to do it. God
Right.
damn,
Because,
Carnage. Shit. I love
I
you. I
respect the
love you.
candidate and I will find out everything, but I won't do it on the
I'm gonna tell you something. For the viewers that don't know,
podcast.
these motherfuckers may talk a lot of shit. They shady as fuck, but these three will go to war for me, and I love all three of these motherfuckers. So it's okay. I got you, baby. Honey, I love it. This is one thing I love being a little guy with three big guys around. I do feel loved with these three motherfuckers all day long. I lie to you not. But anywho, so the reason why I say he pulled a me on me is because just like I moved too fast because I thought this guy was attractive. he did the same thing or is doing the same thing. So I've learned something in this week, like, wow, now I see what other people see when I act that way. When I come on like that and I'm talking so much because where at one point I like thank you for that. At one point where I did like this guy, it's extremely off-putting for him to be so aggressive and so forthcoming in the fact of I'm thinking about my husband. Bitch, I haven't even met you in person. We've had one video chat, and yes, that chat went well, but baby boy, you're doing too much too soon. So if the other guy does not talk to me anymore, I completely understand why. I pushed that motherfucker probably over the cliff, and I get it. But when I say why is it hard to meet men, I think it's because why is it hard to call your man and what lie to the fact that while I still have my anxiety and things go on with this person, he still lied. He is still lied. He still chose to ignore me. Like, and that's something I can't necessarily get over is you ignoring me. I'm a person of communication. Even though mine may not be always the best, I'm always ever learning and trying to make it better. And I've gotten 10 times better than what I used to fucking be. So for you to not be able to just fucking tell me a clear yes or no, when I ask you a simple question like, are we going to Pride? And then you don't respond at all, like what gives me warrant to want to talk to you again, even if you apologize? Like it's things like that. It's just like that moving too fast. I had a guy mad at me because I made a joke about him liking water sports. Bitch, like I told you I was kinky. You're the one who wanted to send me a picture of a toilet and then think that was some funny shit. And then when I turned it back and made fun of you, well, I didn't make fun of him. I was joking with him because he was joking with me. So I started calling him scat boy and shit like that because you sending me a toilet. Is that what you down for? Is that what you fucking
Oh,
with? So, like, don't get
wait.
mad at me and stop talking to me because I thought, hold on. Don't get mad at me and stop talking to me because I'm throwing back at you the jokes that you fucking throw at me because you want to send me dumbass pictures that I didn't fucking like. Like, I don't understand men.
But
I don't
friend, instead of
understand
saying
men.
that picture wasn't funny, you just came back and started calling him Scat Boy.
No. So I said, "What is this?" He said, "A toilet." I said, "Oh, are you into shit? Because I don't do shit play. What's going on here? What is this?" And he just
So instead of
stopped
saying,
responding.
I don't appreciate this,
I said I don't like those kind of pictures. I did say that. I'll read the message to you. Want me to read it?
but you didn't say why you didn't like the picture.
Why the fuck should I? It's a picture of a fucking toilet. How would you react if a nigga you talking to send you a picture of a fucking toilet in mid conversation? Why are you talking about kinks? The fuck?
I would have asked why
What
you sent me
what
I
this.
would
what
have said,
was
why did
what,
you send me this?
what
He
was
did it because he wanted me to see him as a human toilet. I got the.
But that was an assumption. Do you see what I'm saying? I would have said, why did you send me this? Because I would want to know, like, what is it that's going through your mind to think that this picture was okay? I wouldn't have immediately said Scat Boy. I would have said,
I
what
King
didn't say
made you
I.
shaming?
send
Well,
this?
first of all, I didn't say I was perfect in my approaches all the time
I'm not
either.
saying
So
you are, but what I'm saying is, like, you
You,
immediately got offended. But when you're offended, you need to say, I'm offended versus attacking them.
yeah,
That's what you did.
you were king shaming.
You were offended, and so
I was not kink shaming.
you
If he
no
liked it,
you
he liked it.
it wasn't a kink shame, but you were offended, and instead of saying I'm offended, you attacked him.
I don't think I did.
You just did. You said
I
he's
didn't call.
cold.
I didn't
We
call him
we
scat
we
boy. I
we
didn't like text that
we
You
we
said that
we
you
telling
just said you call him scat
we're
boy.
to
we're telling.
myself.
Oh,
Oh
well, you said it like you said it to him.
yeah,
Oh.
I thought you said it to him.
Yeah.
No. I said it to myself.
So what did you
So
reply?
what was your response?
Yeah, what
Okay. Oh, I think I lead the conversation already.
So then this point is mute if you can't give us facts.
Yeah, I really can't now because I'm saying now. I got annoyed. This morning I deleted it. I'm like, oh, you ain't replied yet? Oh, well, bye.
Friend, you can't. This conversation is mute because you can't give us the facts.
Well,
Because
the fact,
you said, and when we talked about this earlier, you said that you called him Scat Boy.
yeah, but I should have framed it and put it in better context and said that I said it to myself. I'd actually call him that because I didn't want to be that me. But what I remember saying, I said, why'd you send that? Um, I said that I don't do shit. Do you do shit play?
Could
And
have
then
said
I
the
said,
toilet to say peeing in the toilet, not shitting in the toilet.
but there was shit in the toilet when you sent the picture though.
Oh, hell
And
Oh,
you
no.
leaving all this out.
all right.
You just said he sent a picture of a toilet. You didn't say he sent a picture of a toilet with shit in it.
I
You
Honey, ADHD brain. I'm so sorry. ADHD
clearly,
brain, baby.
flashing the
Look,
clearly.
stories. Wait, I'm picturing. I am picturing. He sent a picture of a toilet, not
Right, not a shitty toilet.
yeah.
You leaving
no, yeah, it had no,
you literally leaving
it had
shit
shit and
out.
toilet paper in it, and it was just kind of like, what the fuck is this? And then also he told me that because I asked him what's the kinkiest thing he had done, and he said that he let a guy blow him while the guy was taking a shit, and I was like, okay, that's a
He was in the,
boundary.
he was in
You
the sit
leaving so
play.
many things out.
Yeah, he was in the sit play, and yeah, he was in the sit play.
Oh, okay, I'm
Right.
glad I got that. Okay, yeah.
Friend, we, oh, this is the struggle bus
Because the
I
thing
live
about it,
on
I
with
didn't.
you.
So here's the thing: when we were talking, I know it's context, honey, and I wish I had the conversation. When we were talking, and see, next time when I have this happen, I'm gonna save the conversation so I can read it on the show.
Exactly.
So when we were talking, he started talking about piss play, and I was like, okay, fine. He was like, can I piss inside you? Whatever. He was like, can I piss on you? I said, cool. I said, not in the mouth. I don't do in the mouth. He was like, can you piss in my mouth? Fine. You want to be a urinal?
You leaving so much stuff out.
And that's what I'm telling. That's why I'm saying that now. Okay, that's why I'm saying it now. So the
See,
conversation was very
baby.
much.
We
The
should
conversation was very much.
we should have had a show on this.
Right. You leaving a whole you left so much stuff out. Oh, friend.
I could go back, but anyway.
Right. Put us all on
So,
the stage, please. Because he has left so many
so
things out and just
I thought that he was just into piss play, which is cool.
if he
That's fine.
said I gave somebody head while they was shitting, why would you think he was just in a piss play?
Honestly, I didn't. It came into my brain, but I didn't put two and two together until he said a picture of the toilet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's really what it was.
A
When he
ladder.
told me that, because all I said when he said that to me, I said, "Well, that's a boundary. Like I would never do that." And I was moving on from it. Like he's not into shit play. I know he's not into shit play. So then he said the picture of the toilet, and then that's when I was like, "Oh, okay." And when I asked the questions, he just wouldn't answer. So I just deleted them. I was like, "Okay." For the show, I should have held on to it because I could have just shipped him the code, and he could have just blocked out all the other shit and showed you that.
Um, so
Oh,
it's one or three people who I think it is.
Wait, what?
No, no, it's nobody you know. It's nobody that you know.
Allegedly, maybe. I don't know.
you don't know that we don't know them. We'll discuss that after we stop recording.
After show, okay.
but
But yeah, so
I'm gonna
my
have to
but
thing
start
is
I
this:
setting
wanna
up a
in the
Patreon
last,
after this.
I
and
wanna
then
roll back because your initial question was why is it so hard to meet men? And
yeah,
I wanna roll back to what the person that brought this question to your mind. Because I wanna say that, Fred, you with the person that you were thinking of that you haven't talked to in a week, like you like could have scared him away a little bit because
I think I did.
you were coming on very strong.
So
But
I,
he was
Like
matching. But the thing about it, he was matching a lot of the energy I was giving, which is why I was going as hard as I was going.
I don't.
Only difference is once I found out about her, that took my mind in a different place because made everything seem as though he was a single available individual, and that's not the case.
But I want to put this because I said this to you in a conversation. Is that you were very in the episode we did previously, and I'm just bringing this up because we had this conversation. Like you were very like I'm poly. I don't believe in monogamy, and then all of a sudden, when this man had this other person living with him, you were like, I just want it to be us for right now, and maybe we'll revisit being open or polyamorous or But it was a moment that we had in a previous episode where you were adamant that monogamy doesn't work. But then when you found out that this man had somebody that was living with him, you were like, I just want it to be me and him. So it was like, so you want monogamy at least to a certain point. But I
I
was
will
like, you
admit that
put
I have
out
changed.
there, you put in the universe that you were okay with open relationships and polyamory and blah blah blah. But then when it hit slapped you in the face, you were like, "What? I wanted to be just me and him right now." And it was like you got to be. I'm saying this to say, be careful what it is that you put in the universe, because it's what you put out there is going to be sent to you. When you say like, "This is what I'm looking for," is what you're going to get. And so you have to be careful, like where you're putting out, because you thought you met this guy that was like everything, but then he was encompassing things that you said you were okay with, and then when it got down to it, you weren't okay with it anymore.
Let me say something. Hear me real quick.
Hmm.
Sometimes, uh, uh, Kyrie, uh, sometimes them thoughts that you just was talking about when we was talking about the powers or whatever. Sometimes them sometimes them thoughts can be confusing to you. You know what I'm saying?
I understand but that's a lot of anxiety projecting a lot of things into my mind that I know are not true, but when they're so vivid, your emotions get caught up in them and then they feel real. That's a very big problem with having anxiety. Um yeah, so I would say to that, I'm very much in the mindset that I do believe that while and I'm trying to choose my words carefully, that's why I'm speaking slowly. While I don't feel you need to be monogamous long term, I do understand the purpose of it. Um, for me, my thought process what is, excuse me, when establishing a situation that you can see or be okay with being open in the future, I feel it is important to establish a foundation first, and that's why I say a certain level of monogamy needs to be had in the beginning so that you can establish who you are as a couple and solidify that before opening the gates to allow other play partners and experience other things. Um, with boundaries and rules set in place, of course, you know. But yes, after having my own experiences, rethinking things and all of that, I do see a place for monogamy. And I do see that if that's something that someone wants to choose long term, then that is what they choose to do long term. I don't see anything wrong with starting out that way and then opening your relationship if that's what you choose to do. And those were the discussions that we had.
But that
Um,
only works if you seek out someone that's single.
and that's what I'm
Right,
saying from the
because do you?
jump.
So are you saying that at this point you wouldn't want to open yourself up to a relationship to someone who was poly and already had like two boyfriends? You wouldn't be okay with that?
I don't think I would be because I would have. Well, I don't think I would be because I would have to establish something with you one on one and need the time to do it, the time to date, the time to have video chats, the time to really invest in you. Now, if it's something that can be done where I can come over and I meet your partner and those things can happen in that space. You know what I'm saying? Your partner may be in the same home, but they're in a different room and you and I are connecting, okay, that's cool, but
Are
everything
you
has to
sure,
be,
friend? Let's have
yeah,
an
because it's
honest moment
no,
because,
yes, because it's forthcoming and I know what I'm getting myself into with
No,
the individual
but
in
friend, but
question.
at the end of the day, when you leave there, it's them two in the house, and
But at least I know
where is
that.
your mind going when you leave that house? from whatever moment y'all had where y'all were just sitting in the house in the room together, and then you leave that, and this is me having a real moment with you, and you leave that house and know that it's like now the other one done came back in the room with him and they laying down and hanging out, and you might video call him and they laying in the bed together, and you
At
like,
least,
hey friend.
but the difference in that is that I am aware of everything, so it's no surprises. With the individual in question, everything that came after was a surprise to me because from meeting him forward, everything was projected as him to being a completely single individual, and the person in question was a roommate, was someone that he was not interested in, and was not. There was nothing there, but over the course of a month, he, while matching my energy, that was only during the time when he was working.
But
After
he
work
said,
on
but
the
he
weekend,
did tell you like they weren't having sex, they weren't doing any of
yes,
those things.
he
But
did
was
say
he
that.
paying for things and things like that? Yes. But they weren't
He
in
said, and he
that,
said he did do that out of guilt
right.
because
But he told you
so,
they weren't in an intimate relationship. They were in of like, we're used to this situation, so this is what I'm still doing for them.
but he didn't say that.
That's what you told me. Like this was just like yes, I still pay bills for this person and blah blah blah, but
I
we're not
so you mean
intimate.
when I said that she was like his beard?
Yeah, right. So, but they weren't being intimate and stuff, is what you told me.
But if that's the case, you should still be able to talk to me at any time. You shouldn't ignore my phone calls for her or them if that's the case. If you are a free, open, available individual, then when I text you, I should get a reply, regardless of the time, unless you are in bed. Yes.
Carnage has his hand up.
So I am trying to answer your question or whatever, but the answer to your question would be, what are you looking for? And if you're looking for somebody to have a partner or whatever, and you fine with that or whatever, you need to say that off the rip or whatever. And you say um, you need to take their response literal and say, okay, now uh, if you respond negatively or whatever, um, I'm through with you, or I'm not talking to you. Or if you respond positively, we can see where this goes. But you gotta know what you want. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Well, I definitely know what I want at this point. Again, the thing is, had that been presented to me, I would have had a better opportunity to say yes or no, not you giving me all of the not your actions not meeting your words, is that what I'm saying?
Okay, so what did you do? What did you tell him you want?
I mean, like somebody. I mean, honestly, someone that's mine. I want somebody that is open and honest and caring. Someone that I can do nothing with and have great times with. All that shit that you say. Like he knew from the beginning that I wanted it to be me and him. He agreed from the beginning that he and I would do monogamy and then open up later. He's another man talking about he wanted to marry a man, more specifically wanted to marry a black man. So everything with this person, all the information led me to believe he was a 100% available single man who was matching my energy. So there was no reason for me to not go full throttle, especially if you're matching my energy and telling me that what I'm doing is okay. And then on the back end, there's this person, and it's like, okay, now I have to halt things and rewire my brain to now factor in this person that was not clear to
Um,
me in the beginning.
Friend,
excuse me. Let me.
that's not. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, everything that you encountered and you witnessed did not match your energy, and this is me coming from the guy discovering or accepting his sexuality in the midst of having been married to a woman. When you discover that his behavior changed up when he was around this person on his off time and his off days, that should have inspired you to ask more delving questions
I
about
did.
what the actual true situation is, and for him to
Oh,
be
that I didn't do.
absolutely honest and upfront and truthful about what really is going on. Because despite what he was saying, his actions told something completely different, and you recognize that, but you let
Yeah,
it go.
yeah.
And that's what I was trying to get you to realize. You
Y'all,
know,
we had this conversation. These were things that I was telling him. Like, ask him. Stop tripping and and allowing yourself to lose it because you're not asking him these questions. Because you have every right. This man gave you a moment in the beginning that made you think something was what it wasn't, but his actions are not aligning with the words he's telling you. So if you feel some kind of way, the only way to be clear is to ask him the questions. And I felt like, Fran, a lot of times you were beating around the bush with him versus just being upfront and saying, these are the things I need to know. These are the things these actions that you're doing are making me uncomfortable. And it was like I think because you were so attracted to him, you were beating around the bush because you really didn't want the real answer. And so a lot of times you were being so very cautious that you weren't actually asking him what it is you wanted to know because you were afraid to actually get the answer. And then I think in this last moment, and maybe in like the last week of y'all communicating, you started to put that stuff out there and he kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
But I think previous to that, you were beating around the bush because you would call me and say, I'm so upset. This is what's happening. And I'd be like, well, did you ask him? And you'd be like, well, no, but this is what he's doing. And it would be like, you need to be upfront because you're wasting your time. If you feel this way, you need to ask him and make him give you real answers because you don't want to keep getting more into this man and allowing your feelings to go there without having confirmation that this is where your feelings should be moving because he's giving you he's presenting you things that don't align with what he's saying he wants. And that was a big like red flag for me talking with you was like you don't it's not hard to meet a person as and I feel like this is my big thing. It's not hard to meet a person if you're upfront with if you're both being upfront and it's easy to figure out in within a couple conversations of a person if shit don't make sense. You know what I mean? If you're asking the questions you really want to know, you can figure out in a couple conversations if this person is on some bullshit or not. But you
I
have to
was
be
blinded by the fact
upfront.
he was very attractive. I will admit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
wait,
Um.
just.
wait,
I don't think you wanted to accept the truth. That's what it was.
wait,
Yeah. Like.
wait,
Because he was
real,
attracted to him. He was
wait,
very attracted to him.
real quick. When you hit somebody up or whatever, what, what, what's the response? Hey, what are, um, hey, not hey, but what do you say or whatever?
I mean, just the usual shit. Hey is one of them. I mean,
Okay?
I don't have like you know,
So, you
initial
say,
conversation is always awkward and it's hard to get past because motherfuckers don't know how to have conversations.
okay, so you say, when they ask, what are you looking for? You say, what?
Eric, you're asking a question that's good. Like, dude,
We
What
dude, I
are
we
you
say all,
looking for?
but I say all the things. And honestly, I don't want to. For some reason, my brain doesn't want me to say them like right now because it's like I know what I would say, but it's very weird to verbalize that. So, what are you looking for?
But
All the things.
don't you have to verbalize it to them if they ask you that?
But I don't understand why it's very weird to say it right now.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
But see, this was the thing that me and you were having a conversation about when you could, because you would verbalize to me what it was you wanted, but you weren't verbalizing it to him. And it would be like, Fran, if you could say that to me, why can't you say this to him? And that was a big thing for with you, was like, you know what you want, but you don't want to tell him for fear that he might run away. I think that's a big part of what it was. And weren't wanting that to happen. But that
I
person is
make
not for you if they're not
no. It's just
aligned
that
with what you're looking for.
I make clear what I want. It's just that asking me that question from and verbalizing it is very difficult sometimes to do
Then you're
because
not if you're
it's
not making it
all the
clear.
it's all the things that you want out of a person. Someone that is genuine and honest, sincere, kind, caring. Like what you're asking me, I feel like are specific things that I feel weird about saying on this show.
Why?
That I don't know.
So next topic.
Actually, we could.
Wow.
I guess if Eric is shutting it
Wow.
down,
Wait.
So if he is not scared, but if he is um what's the word? Um,
Anxious.
no,
it's not
Reluctant.
anxious, reluctant.
reluctant to say what it is, what it um respectfully
I don't know. Like
what is he talking about on this show? Move on to the next topic. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, those were the four questions. So if this is
All right, this is the
where
last question, so we're
right,
kind of
so then
delving
we
into
would
it.
start wrapping
And he
up the
is opening
show,
up.
friend.
So
Right.
well, that's fine. We can end
And
this
it's
here.
fine, friend, if you can't open up here because we open up offline, and it's all about what you're comfortable with, and nobody's
I
tripping on that.
I don't know. It's like an on the spot moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put me on the spot. Like,
and
what do
it's
you
not like you're
want?
the
It's
only
just
one.
like
But you aren't the only person in the world that can't that maybe doesn't like we're on a podcast and we're sharing our lives and blah blah blah. But there are some things that you may need to hold true to you, and that's fine. So what we will do is wrap it up, and it's okay. We'll wrap it
But
up,
we
and
can pose a question to the audience, like, have you experienced anything like this or similar? How did you
there you
deal
go.
with it? And
And that could help.
how do you
That could
suggest we move forward when we encounter situations like this?
Yes,
yeah.
viewers, tell us, how do you feel? Because we'll respond. We're open to it. Y'all could actually bring some clarity to my co-host here, Kyrie. Um,
Because, I mean, quiet as kept, I've been the guy on the other end of his situation. So I can't, I can receive all these stones as well because I've been there, done that, moved past it. But yeah, I've been the bad guy.
right. So, Fran, we love you. And in essence of that, we're going to start wrapping up the show. So,
Yes, this has been a show. Let's go. Woo!
let's wrap it up and, Fran, go into your closing spiel.
All right. Let's go. Okay, so once again, we want to thank all of you for another wonderful show. We want to thank our director, Shazam, and our sound engineer, Carnage. Thank you guys. As always, we love you.
They do more than
And
that. You'll
I'm
see
te-
in the credits.
I can't get through my closing
I'm
line
sorry. Go ahead.
because my co host never lets me. So if you would like to support us, you can go to hoodgeekmedia.com. There we have shirts, hats, all types of merchandise that you can purchase to help us grow. Also, please like, share, subscribe, and make sure you're keeping up with us. And if you want to look at any previous episodes, you can go to what's the point pod.com. There you can find out information about where you can watch us, where you can listen to us. You can also find out information about Hemi, myself, Carnage, and Shazam. Hemi, my friend, please tell everybody where they can listen to us.
You can listen to us every Thursday at 11 a.m. on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast, because we're there at What's the Point? And Kyrie, tell them where they can watch us.
And you can watch us every Friday morning at 11 a.m. on YouTube. We have a live chat that goes on. You will always have one of us in the chat every Friday during the premiere time. So, thank you so much once again. And Hemi, please tell everybody what they can do.
Keep it classy, y'all. Until next
All
time.
right. Take care, everybody.